Hello my vacuum cleaner chums, and welcome to a strip down. Here we have the Hoover Dustette 2614/2504 actually, because on the ratings plate, it's difficult to do with mini tripod, it says both. I have the Hoover Pixie strip down guide and parts diagram to hopefully help us, because it's been a while since I've done a dustette. So let's get started. Initially we're going to remove the top handle, what's left of it anyway, because it is a bit broken. Get the screw card out. You alright tonight? It's very warm here in Oxfordshire. Now, as you probably know, normally I take a step-by-step photograph of everything. So this is a first for me. I also bought myself a new tripod with eBay. So we can hopefully see what's going on now. Lifted out the rear of the cable there, and if I can just trace the wires back, the black from the cable goes to the junction box there, and the red goes to the switch on this side, the side with the Hoover logo on. I know they've both got a Hoover logo on. So as I look at it from this angle, it's the right hand side. So let's take this off. This has had a new cable on it, I think, because that's not one of the rings that Hoover normally use, but then maybe this machine never had those rings. Ooh. That part's just fallen off. I'm not quite sure what that part's for, because I don't know how original the handle assembly is. So I'm going to need possibly another machine to check that out. And there we go, that's the cable removed. Let's just pop that to one side as I thought down there. So next on the wiring we have the suppressor. Hasn't gone pop yet, so we'll keep it for now. And that's got a black wire to the side of the switch that has a motor wire going to it, and to the other junction box, and an earth wire that goes, I'll show you where the earth wire goes in a minute. So right, that is that junction box gone. Lots of little bits falling apart now. Let's put that in the box. That's the neutral junction box. And if I say, hello. So now we have the switch fully dewired. Hang on, let me take that off. There we go. Should have turned my Facebook notifications off. That was from Tayam's room, talking to me on Facebook. So I'm going to put the terminal screw back into the switch just to keep it in one place, and pop that in my little parts box there. Look, all the little bits go in there. Everything else doesn't really. So we've got the two motor wires stripped out now. Then there is a blue wire, which I presume is an earth or something. That joins up on the top with the earth wire from the suppressor, so there's the suppressor on. Pop that over there. And I'm going to put this screw back in there, like so. I'm just going to switch his lamp on, see if that makes anything a bit brighter because it looks a bit dark. The lamp seems to be unplugged. It's all going wrong today. My first Stripdown video, first for me. That's ever so slightly better. So we have one motor wire, the other motor wire, and I presume that's a neutral. Or no, we'll find out soon enough. So, with that gone, we can look to remove the handle wires. There's one with the bracket for the front of the handle, so I'll pop that there, pop that screw there, ready to card up in a second. And then lift that screw off and feed all the wires through. And there we have it, one stripped out handle base. Try to pop there by the camera. So this is handles cover, handle screw, poke, poke, push those through, and there we go, 3 screws. So, looking a bit more bare now, I think next step is to take this front part off. There are 3 screws here, 1 here. As you know from the unboxing video, this runs a bit slow. So, hopefully, all will become apparent very soon when we have the motor out. So there, one here. I don't want to need a Phillips screwdriver, so that can go back there. Like so. Ease this out. Aha! We have a fan. I'll need to get a socket set out in a minute. A little bit of movement there. We'll see how good or bad that is. Let's have a look in there, which might just not be able to see. It's not. It's about standard, really. Too clean, not too dirty. So, the fan case can go there. We want to call this fan case screws, and then dip, dop, dop. 1, 2, 3. Now, I have the correct size socket here in my toolbox. Something tells me I possibly don't. Right, so bear with me, I'm going to pause and fetch my proper socket set. Right, sorry about that. I couldn't find the toolbox. So we have a 1/2 inch socket. And then, oh, that's very loose. That's cracked off already, look. And it's a left. Oh no, that's not cracked. Is it? How are we doing? So that has cracked off. But I do fear this is now spinning the whole armature, which isn't very helpful. I don't quite know how to stop this. Can't be right, I'll just move. Hello. Right, there we go, look. The whole motor has just pulled out. Whether it, I suppose it should do. Don't know how it's held in really, I just want this nut off. Come on, Mr. Nut. Ah, there we go. So, okay, it's nut off. I'll put this white paper down to try and make it easier for you to see. I think the fan itself comes off. Lots of lovely Hoover branding on there. And then, that's it. Now this, the service manual says there should be some washers. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh no, the washers are underneath it. So there's the fan. Fan off. Fan over there. Fan nuts there. Next, I'm going to remove the carbon brushes next. See, if you're still watching this is how I potter. I just open things and see that carbon brush is very nice. Don't know if I'll put that there so you can see it. I'll put that carbon brush holder there. We'll take this one off, which is also not too bad. That is a good sign, people. A good sign. So, next we'll unscrew these very tight screws here, which should hold the armature into the motor housing. The armature is part of the motor. I'm trying to do this so you can mainly see it. I don't know how successful I'm being. If this is rubbish, I'll go back to just taking photographs and filming the befores and afters, but I thought I'd give it a go. There we go. Probably slot-headed screws. They are a bit of a faff to take apart when the screwdriver just slips about everywhere. Especially when I'm trying to do it to camera. You get the idea. Go make a cup of tea. Or do something better than watch a vacuum cleaning enthusiast take apart an old Hoover motor. Ah, of course. There's always one screw. Let's find a better screwdriver. See if this slightly longer, slightly broader driver. There we go. Cracked it straight off. Like so. Oh, hello. There we go. Now, come on, what's wrong with you? Now, let's remove all the hair. It's coming. I don't think this machine's ever been apart since it was made in Perryvale all those years ago. If it was sold in 1959, it was probably made a bit before that. What do we reckon? Early 50s? I wouldn't have thought 1940s. The Dustette 100 was still going strong then, wasn't it? I'm going to have to put this on my knees, I think. Otherwise I'll just... Oh, hello. Nearly there. That's twisting off, but at an angle. There we go, straightened it back up. Aha! Right, so we have, these are the two fibre washers and spacers from the armature end. So I'm going to have to take those out and put them before I lose them. And here we go. So, we have the inner bearing, the front fan case bearing. I can't quite see. That's not a ball bearing, that's just a brass bush bearing. So, that can stay as it is. And there's one washer with another little washer inside of it and a fabric dust seal. But does the armature? There we go. The com looks very clean, which is good. So I don't think that's the cause of it slow running. So I'll pop that over there. Put the carbon brushes in there, and the front washer and spacer, and I'm going to just quickly card up the fan case, what should we call it? Fan case bearing, and we'll all know what that means, won't we? 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, another washer, 2 washers. That'll be from the rear of the armature as well. That's supposed to be how they packed it out at the factory, so let's pop those on there just so they don't get lost. And move on to this. So, let's take this back cover off and see what's behind here. I think that just seems to be a cover that makes that bit look vaguely nice. So we'll have you off. I'm going to write rear cover. Pop that there. So next I think we'll get the coil out. Crack that off. Undo these. 1 and 2. Oh, I can see a sign saying grease impregnated. The rear bearing, it's probably not very impregnated anymore, is it? Oh, this is filthy. Ah, hang on. Ah, like the Junior 119. Carbon holders have a clip around them which takes the wiring. There we go. This is going to be a bit difficult to get back in, I think, but we'll do it. Because that part there is riveted on, so I'm going to have to push it from the inside, but these must. Stripping apart vacuum cleaners can be a fiddly diddly job. There we go. Ah yes, that blue wire earths itself off the back of the casing. I don't know if you can see that, you can't really, and there's not a lot I can do to make it any better for you, sadly. Let's put that there. See if that helps. Ah yes, there we go. Look, so that earths itself off there. There's the grease impregnated bearing. It's not really very impregnated now. There's not really a lot I can do about it either. But there we go. That's that part. And then here is the coil now. I presume it's all original. So there's some crimps there that join the 2 wires together, and I've wondered, the inside of the coil mating face is filthy. Again, you probably won't see that, but I had this problem on my 262 and it basically stopped the full rotation of the motor. So that could be one to do. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. There wasn't much to that, was there? Oh, I could just turn the flash on my phone, look. So there we go. The Hoover Dustette, all apart, all stripped down, ready to go. There we go, look, you can see everything now, look. That's the inside of the fan, with Hoover written all over it. There's the con, looking very clean, we'll shine that up there. Here is the front bearing case. Drop of grease on there, we'll sort that out. I don't know if I make you see that. Probably not, but you'll get the idea. I shall take some pictures from now because I've got to do something more. But there we go. Thank you for watching me ramble on, taking apart an old Hoover. And maybe I shall try and film the reassembly once I've cleaned all this up, clean my hands up, which are black. The old girl might run a bit better. So, until next time, thank you for watching, and I'm going to lean over and say goodbye.